Hey y'all, how you doing today? CVMG coming back at you with a little bit more Cross Summoner R. In this video, we're going to be looking at the tier list created by Vladimir Sumina. I'm not trying to waste too much time here, and I do have a few things to say as we get into it, so I'm just going to go ahead and hop right in. It says this was updated yesterday by Vladimir the man himself, and leading, it says Cross Summoner R is a mobile RPG title that was recently released. As a gacha game, it is filled with all sorts of characters, many of which you can play and use in battle. Of course, like many other games of its type, the secret to success is getting the best characters. Though since the game has only just been released, it can be difficult to know which ones you should strive for. Luckily for you, our Cross Summoner R tier list guide is here to help you with this conundrum, as we're going to list out all the characters according to their power levels. So I already have 3 problems with this right off the bat. Firstly, success in the game is not just about getting the best characters, because there's going to be a bunch of synergy between teammates that could outweigh the fact of just a high power level alone. Secondly, the fact that this tier list is only based on power leads me to believe that they don't even have most of these characters, because if you did not know, you cannot even inspect a character that you don't own. So like if you wanted to see Karen's abilities, you can't even do that unless you own the character, and then on top of that, you can't even see what the abilities are like at endgame unless you've maxed her equipments. And lastly, this just seems to be a bit clickbaity with a bunch of SEO optimized keywords like the title of the game and the first word, the words gacha game, mobile RPG title. These are all just search engine optimized words that people type on Google and YouTube, so this is what this guy is doing, hopping on that train to try and get as many views as possible. But I'm not trying to shit on him too bad until we at least get down to the meat of the tier list, so moving on, in the next paragraph it says Cross Summoner R tier list. So let's see which characters are the best ones, and which ones you can safely skip. Note that while this does include a high dose of personal preference, the top tier characters simply outclass those below them. We have ordered this list starting with the best ones at S tier and working down. Jumping all the way down in the C tier, we have Eris, Fortis, Leicester, Lyrica, and Momohimi. Now again, I already have another major problem with this, is the characters' names are just listed. There's not any descriptions, there's not any insight as to what their abilities do or why they are placed there. Their names are simply slapped onto the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into my gallery, see which of these characters I have, and try my best to guess why they were placed there. Alright y'all, it's apparent and obvious that every single character on this tier was placed here because they're an R unit. It's honestly a little bit lazy, but let's go ahead and press forward before we make too many judgments. Now in the B tier we have Jack, Johan, Karen, Lamia, Luna, Matoy, Rashid, Ruza, Virginita, Victor, and Yugiri. Just like the last bracket, I'm going to go through these guys and then tell you what I think about their placements. Alright, and in this tier, I went ahead and matched the names to the characters. Again, every single character is just one tier higher than the last because they're SR units. This is honestly really lazy and a little bit disappointing, but let's just go ahead and press forward. Now in the A tier, we have Eric, Brazos, Irina, Lushut, Mira, Rorsch, Rabid, Reed, Rill, Saizu, Scherzo, and Sharifa. I've already built up a lot to say about this, but let's just go ahead and get the S tier out of the way, and then we could break it down a step at a time. In the S tier, we have Asuka, Alwyn, Bormia, and Sassafras. Now the A tier yet again is comprised entirely of all the SSR units, but now we've actually added a UR to the pool. But don't get too excited because all of the URs are in the S tier. This is by far the worst tier list I've ever seen in my life. And then after just slapping their names on a page, scrolling down, you see it goes straight into a reroll guide. So this is terrible. Written by Vladimir Sumina, aka Suma, a lifelong gamer, Vladimir was always interested in gaming and what makes games tick. Before long, he found himself writing about games as well as playing them. No stranger to game guides, which have often helped him make just the right decision in a particularly difficult quest. He's happy to be able to help his fellow gamers and give a little back for his favorite pastime. It's pretty clear what this was about, guys, and it's really a disappointment. I'd like to say that there's another tier list out there that's better, but they're really all like this. But I feel like we can make an even better tier list by building an encyclopedia of these characters. So what I plan to do, if you join my Discord, I'm going to have a channel labeled Cross Summoner R tier list where I'm going to post all the characters I own and their abilities. Feel free to join in my Discord, and if you see a character that I have not posted that you own, I want you to post that character as well with their name in the title so that they're easily searchable, and then just some screenshots of their abilities. This is going to be the best way for us to crowdsource information and actually get a decent tier list going. For the love of God, please do not follow the advice of these tier lists, we're going to need everybody to try every character because there may be some hidden gems. So hopefully we could get enough players in our Discord with some experience to give some decent feedback on why these characters are good or not. So that pretty much is all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then please subscribe. But other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.